Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go.
So I can tell you right now, I can't kick worth a shit.
Kick.
No chance.
Yeah, and I can't block like 300-pound dudes. You know, I get flattened. So.
Cole?
I definitely think they're real, and I do think there's. I don't know if you have aliens on there. I think aliens are real too.
That's the next one.
Okay, I won't take that one, but
Yeah, you gotta be
no
drunk.
chance.
But like, you think that maybe it could be just like an organism, right? It could be a plant. That could be an alien.
I had no clue like what had happened. I got up and like I put my foot down and I was like, oh, this ground's cold. And I was like, oh shit, man, I don't know where my shoe is.
Yeah. Welcome to the Disclaimer Podcast. I'm thankful enough to have these fellas on today. These are basically Colorado's top athletes. So I'm glad Joe was able to help us out here and get everybody in here. So thank you guys for coming in and putting the effort in to do so. So the whole reason I kind of started this podcast was more or less to, I guess, get to know as many people as I can. But then also I like to listen to people's stories because I can relate to people a lot, right? So that's kind of my thing. And like I said, I'm glad to have you guys on, and it's really fucking cool to me, and I'm super excited. So let's get it started. I know it's helped me bring everyone here tonight. So thank you for that again. This kid not only has a great work ethic and a lot of self-awareness, but he also has a leg of a fucking horse, and is now a fucking beast in the gym. Okay? Joe Carroll, everybody. Also, wait, can we clap? We can't just
Give it up for Joe.
We'll do a little, yeah. All right, here we go. Grand Junction native who has now moved on from LSU to West Virginia. You may have seen him on TV. On the field, he may give you PTSD, and eventually on the defensive side of things, they have to act as if he's creating a sense of B&E. Do you know what that is? Breaking and entering.
Oh.
I'm nerdy, I'm a little nerdy, but ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cole Taylor. All right, so last but not least, is it Inglewood? Is that how you say that?
Yes.
Inglewood, Colorado native who was able to make it just in time tonight for the cast. He is a problem on the field at Eastern Michigan.
Yes.
And has battled through a lot of adversity to get where he is today. Please welcome Carson Lee. So with that being said, how did your guys' little group here, how was that created? You two went to high school together, but middle school?
So at one point, all three of us actually went to high school together.
Okay.
We all kind of grew up. Yeah, so we all kind of grew up playing sports together. We played middle school football together with the Raiders. Yeah, so we kind of grew up playing sports together, and then we went to high school our freshman year, and then after our freshman year, we all kind of departed our own ways.
Yeah.
But
No, that's awesome. And you said, and then how did you meet Cole and Joe?
So I grew up here until and lived here till my freshman year. So we were all on the same middle school team and stuff, and then went to Grand Junction High School our freshman year, and then that's when I moved to Denver and went to Cherry Creek, and then they went to Central.
And how old are you? You 20?
20.
20?
Yeah.
So, damn, you're way younger than me, that's for sure. All right, sweet. Okay, so we're going to get I'm going to try to get deep. I'm going to try to dig into you guys, even though I don't exactly know you personally, okay? So we'll start, Joe, we'll start with you, all right? Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you studying? Dreams and etc. Is that easy enough?
Yeah, so I just switched to marketing with a minor in entrepreneurship at Colorado Mesa University. To be honest with you, I kind of want to go into real estate and just properties. So I see there's a lot of money there. And I see what my aunt's done, flipping houses, renting out houses. So I kind of just getting the degree because it's for free right now.
Mm-hmm.
And CMU, the tuition's pretty cheap, and I get to live at home. So, they actually pay me a decent amount to go to school there. And I don't know, I think I want to have a nice big old house and a nice family one day. I think that's kind of where my dreams are going right now. So I'm just kind of doing what I can to build for that, and that's what I want. That's what I'm grinding for.
Do you see yourself staying in Junction?
No, not at all. For some reason, I think I want to go live down. I think I want to go live down south somewhere. I know, like, my family and I have talked about Tennessee because my dad can transfer down to Chattanooga, and
Sweet.
I think the cost of living down there is nicer too. And I kind of like the mentality, God, family, and football. So I feel like if I could, if I could raise a family in that type of environment, I want that for sure.
Yeah, no, that's sweet. What about you, Cole?
Obviously, the ultimate goal is trying to play in the NFL. It's kind of why I transferred from LSU. Was at LSU, I had a good thing going. I was playing a lot of snaps and everything, but it wasn't necessarily exactly what I wanted, and I didn't think it was going to be able to get me drafted at a high rounder, and drafted in general. 'Cause, you kind of stay at LSU. You'll get a pro day, you'll get a shot, you may be free agency, no matter what, if you play for LSU.
Right.
But I kind of left because I wanted to go catch a lot of balls, be kind of the center guy.
And you were always like a tight end, right?
Yeah, so I was, in high school, I caught a lot more balls than blocked.
Yeah.
I was a skinnier kid, but as I got into LSU, they shaped me more to like a blocking kind of guy, which is not really what I want to do or should be doing at 6'7" necessarily. So so I left to I'm going to West Virginia here in a couple weeks. Gonna try to pursue the dream of going to the NFL. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure back in the day, because I know Jade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We both went to Redlands, and that's kind of how like I knew you, but I was never able to I guess meet you until now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, I've heard all the stories about you.
yeah, no, that's awesome.
Joe.
Oh yeah, just kind of we have like a little web going for sure.
No, everyone seems to know everyone around here. One way or another, everyone's connected.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Carson, you're up.
Pretty similar to Cole. I transferred last year from Colorado to Eastern Michigan, just with some off the field stuff going on, and so I think that's just I think the ultimate goal obviously is the NFL, but I think my goal right now is just to get back to the player that I used to be, just dominating people and get into a groove again, because I feel like I lost that for a little while.
Yeah.
That's something kind of too with me. At LSU, I kind of lost a love for football. So transferring.
Really?
Yeah, so that's also something that I want to do, is find that love again, that little kid love.
Yeah.
Love going to practice, love lifting. I like lifting. It's fun, but I don't love it. I like going to practice. It's all right, but I don't love it. That's kind of what I want to find again, is that love for football, where I just live, eat, and breathe it, and that's all I want to do.
No, that's interesting you say that. I feel like I've in life I've been kind of in the same kind of area, and I feel like it's probably hit more between the age of, because I'm 24, so 20, the last 2 years, 22 to 24, when I moved out to Florida, I kind of had that same sense. I was but it was more on the edge of what I wanted to do with my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you actually have a goal in mind, and that's NFL. You want to prolong your football career as long as you can.
Yeah.
And for me, it's always been well, what do I want to do?
No.
And and so I started getting into podcasting because I like to meet new people and everything, and so I think it's you just gotta try, taste some things. I think.
Definitely. No, and because it's easy for me, because I've been playing football my whole life.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my path. But once football's over, then I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's what's hard with athletes a lot, for sure too.
It's a tough transition.
Yeah, Joe can talk about that a lot.
I've struggled with it a lot, and part of me wants to go back and play, but there's life after football. So that's one thing I've kind of learned, and it's tough. There's a reason athletes struggle, for sure.
Yeah, it's such a part of your identity. That's what you're your whole life. Whether that's what other people think about you, that's how you associate yourself first as a football player before anything else.
Yeah.
You're oh, I'm an athlete, I'm a football player. So then once, it hasn't happened to either of us yet, but I feel once that's taken away, it's you go through a sense of who am I, and trying to find that, not just what do I want to do, but also who am I, and what's my next step, as just a person, not as in the workspace or anything like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of when NFL players retire. In the sense you see J.J. Watt, just a couple days ago he's leaving, and then Tom Brady, he's been having his
tried to leave.
Yeah, tried to leave, but then also it's definitely, you can see it's the marriage kind of rubbing off, but it's it's like, just like you said, it's like football is first for those guys. Like they've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
That to just give it up just one random day and just like never play it again is crazy.
Yeah. Well, like for me, like I started playing when I was like real football when I was like 10. So
Yeah.
I've been playing for 10 years. Those guys have been playing for 30 plus. Like I don't know what I'm going to do after football. I can't imagine when like the majority of your life has been a football player. Like I can't imagine that.
Yeah, 100%. Staying in contact, that's one thing that's hard to do. Just staying in contact, because I've lost a lot of friends too, you know, like over the years, is you just kind of grow apart. So what have you guys, or what do you guys think as far as like instilling into each other, you know what I mean? Like fueling each other, maybe helping each other out, whether that be on or off the field, you know, maybe when you were younger compared to like now. Do you guys still stay in touch or like give each other any kind of like confidence or anything, like even when you're not together type of thing?
I would say for me personally, I think we always surrounded ourselves like with a couple other buddies, like we were all athletes and all driven to do the same thing. So it was never like we would specifically be like, hey, do this, do that. But I think it was just naturally seeing each other do what we were doing. Like it just naturally motivated us because, like I said, we all had the same dreams. But for me, it was a little bit different because like I moved away. Like they stayed at the same high school. So it was more like when I would come back here and visit family, like during breaks and stuff, we'd always go and hang out. And like it just clicked again. Like there was never really like a pause or like an awkwardness of not seeing each other for a while. But I don't think, at least for me personally, there was never like a ton of talk about football. It was more just like, you know, like life stuff and like being like true friends rather than just like buddies that play a sport together. Yeah.
No, 100%. I think it's even weird like when you are out of Junction for so long, and especially for like, I guess us three, and you'll probably see it, like you said, if like you do eventually move away or whatever the East Coast, like when you come back to Junction, it's just, it's crazy how much change in 1 year, you know, to a town that actually happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Junction, obviously like in the last year, there's not much that has changed. Like, so I live up on Orchard Mesa. Yep. And like the biggest change was like the Subway and the Taco Bell up there. I was like, this is fucking crazy. We have this up here now? You know what I mean? I was like, what is going on? So, and then, you just kind of see those like subtle differences and everything. So I thought it's kind of weird.
They're definitely building this town up though.
Yeah.
It's growing a lot, and I know a lot of people are moving in, which kind of sucks, but no, it's nice coming back. Like even going away for a couple months or a year or whatever, you kind of miss it. Like, you know, you miss a close family, like, you know, you miss your friends here.
It's just
like
like
you don't realize, you know, what you had kind of until you go away from it. So a lot of people like hate on Junction and stuff. I mean, I like it, and I've gone away, you know.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm definitely on your page. I think it's like it has that like homey vibe, and like you said, like a lot of people kind of know each other in some kind of way.
Yeah.
So like that's how it's always been for me too. And then like as far as the growth goes, it seems like everybody's going out to Fruta now. You know what I mean? Like they even tried to add a school or something, another school out there.
I didn't know about that.
Is that even a thing?
No,
I don't know. I heard it could have been a rumor. I don't know.
They changed the boundary, trying to get more kids to go to Junction.
That's what it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they could have all the rich kids and the rich families see how shitty of a school Junction was, so they could pass the bill to build a new school. And it worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
Build a nice school.
That was crazy.
They needed that. They needed to build that
school was
school.
terrible.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go a little more on the field now. Okay. So I'll start with you, Carson.
Okay.
Do you ever get, I guess, like that natural nervousness, and maybe it could be mistaken for excitement, maybe? But do you get that? And when you do get that, do you feel like it holds you back, or do you feel like it fuels you?
I think it definitely depends. I wouldn't say it's necessarily like nervousness or anything like that. I think it's just like, for me, like I have really bad jitters, like, and I'm a center, so like until I touch the ball for the first time, then like it kind of all goes away. Like you snap the ball for the first time. But I think it's more, I'll probably experience it a lot more this year, like once I'm back on the field and like playing a lot more, where I'm like, oh, okay, like this is what it's like to like be in the game day environment. Because like I said, like there were some issues on it, so I wasn't able to play this last year. And so like getting back there and like getting back into the groove of things is gonna be, I feel like that's gonna be a little bit of an adjustment.
Yeah.
Like just, I wouldn't like mentally wise, just getting through that.
Yeah, you and Kole are kind of in the same position of like starting somewhere new.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's kind of like, that's probably what like fueled that question that I had, wrote up, just because it was like, when you go to a new school, just having that nervousness of like new people in a new city, like shit, am I even gonna like the city, or am I gonna like the school?
Yeah. For sure. Like I got a chance to see Eastern for like a day and a half, and I like kind of had to like, I just had to make a decision really quick, and so it was like there wasn't a ton of time to think about like the pros and cons of things. So I didn't know anybody. I didn't do like, it was kind of like, all right, I guess this is where I'm going. I guess I gotta learn to love this place.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of get that like, just gotta do it.
Yeah.
You're like full in.
Jump in. No, yeah, and I at Morgantown's a town West Virginia is in. I've only gone there for a day and a half, so I'm about to live next 2 years there. I mean, a lot of it is football. You want to keep your focus on football. The town's gonna be the town.
Yeah.
College towns are cool, obviously, but my focus is football. Like going on all these recruiting trips and everything, seeing the nice facilities, seeing the nice campuses, like that was all cool. But like my focus was definitely football.
Yeah.
When making my decision, so jumping into that town, like I'll deal with it. If I hate it, I'll deal with it. But as long like we're in the facility 90% of our time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like as long as we're focused in there, like the town can be what it is. So that's kind of where I was at in Morgantown, but we'll see how it is.
Yeah,
it'll be
like,
interesting.
I drove through Louisiana, like both to go to Florida and back.
Yeah.
And it's like Louisiana's like pretty rough around the edges.
Yeah, Baton Rouge
like,
is.
oh, shit.
Joe's been to Baton Rouge too a couple times.
Yeah.
He can tell you.
It's interesting. It's
It is very interesting.
I mean, going to the gas stations at night is pretty fucking fun because you don't know what you're gonna fucking see, man.
You see some shit out there.
One street is just nice houses, and the next one over is just rough.
It's just like a bunch of loose puppies, Like
it is.
It's weird.
I mean, it's bad down there. They're all getting paid. The minimum wage is like $7.25, so they're all broke and just like, it's bad. But it's like, if you get in the nice parts, it's nice. The bad parts are very bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how Louisiana is, but there's a lot of nice parts too.
Yeah. I think like that interstate, do you just drive right by and like the stadium's like right there?
Yeah, you can see it from the interstate,
Yeah.
so that's cool. You can pretty much see the stadium from anywhere. There's no like skyscrapers or anything, so you could drive anywhere in the town and see the stadium.
Yeah.
We can go back to your question though about nerves. So my thing, like I try, and my dad kind of told me this when I was young, I try to like take my nerves and turn them into excitement. Like, oh, I'm nervous about this game. Change it to, no, I'm really excited about this game. And same thing with him. You hit one person and it kind of all goes away and then it just starts flowing from there. But it is those expectations and outside factors that are rough. Like, there's a lot of people, especially playing big time football. There's a lot of people watching you. There's a lot of people, expecting a lot of things from you. So it's kind of just trying to block that out. That's the biggest thing that I've learned. Is kind of block everything out, focus on what you can do, control what you can control, and the rest will take care of itself.
I mean, that's super important. I think if you can flip it into a different kind of emotion, like excitement or something, then maybe we just, as human beings, like maybe we just mistaken like happiness or like an excitement for like nervousness. I've always like thought about it that way. I was like, maybe we're just, from the very beginning, we're just mistaking it as nerves.
You're just like overly excited, so you just like psych yourself out. So
it's kind of like that, you know what I mean?
Joe could probably talk about nerves a lot. He gets 10 snaps a game. And
being a kicker, I bet.
Right.
I mean,
let me know.
Yeah, you're talking about moving to a town real quick. I moved to fucking Garden City, Kansas without even knowing shit. I mean, what we did for fun was go to IHOP, but
it's the same thing in La Junta,
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing, but I mean, like Coach and I didn't have the best relationship, but still, it's like everyone thinks the position's so easy, but it's not, and you go out there and you have to hit a big time kick or, a punt that can flip the field, and you just got to do it. You got to trust that you're there for a reason.
Yeah.
You've been playing football for however long. You put in all the extra time. You just got to trust yourself and do it. So that's kind of how I just kind of, tell myself, it's just, hey, you've done this before.
Yeah.
You're just punting for fun. You're kicking for fun. And
Yeah.
that usually helped.
So were you kicking like field goal attempts?
Oh, yeah.
At Garden City as well? That's what I thought.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
assumed. So like as far as that goes, that's a whole different, vibe. Is to be a kicker.
Did you punt and kick there?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
They didn't know I didn't. They're like, you punted in high school. I was like, yeah, but I didn't. He was a punter in high school, so I've never. I didn't even punt in high school, and there I'm punting in college, and that wasn't the plan. I went there to play receiver, and on Christmas, 2 years ago, the kicker committed to Washington State. I remember I was in Foot Locker with Kole, or finish line. I was like, man, I'm not gonna kick. Well, I ended up doing that, and I kind of thought, I said, I want to play.
Yeah.
I was probably going to have to redshirt if I was going to play receiver, and I wanted to play. So I just rolled with that.
Yeah, no, that's one thing, man. Like, I just, especially having, like at the NFL level, like, being a kicker, when, the weight is just on your shoulders for the dub or the loss. You never really know. It's just
Well, those guys, they miss one field goal, and it's really common that they're cut the next day.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the most,
It's your only job.
Job security is the worst thing.
Yeah.
And it sucks because, I know that feeling of missing a kick, and, people are like, oh, it's so easy, or I can't believe you missed that kick, and it's just, not that easy, man.
Yeah.
There's a reason why. It's same with playing O-line or tight end.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
If anyone could do it, wouldn't be that
Anyone
hard.
would be
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah, exactly.
So
So
I can tell you right now, I can't kick
I
worth a
cannot
shit.
kick.
No chance.
yeah, and I can't block 300-pound dudes. I get flattened. So
When I try to kick the ball, it's it just stays on the ground.
yeah, it's definitely something it's fun doing, but not easy.
What was your longest practice field goal?
55. Well, yeah, 55 yards.
It's pretty good.
That's way good.
And that was just farting around at CMU one day.
I don't think I could throw a ball that far.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's crazy. All right, so let's see here. So okay, I'm gonna get kind of nerdy, I guess, but we're gonna kind of still stay on the same topic. So as far as your guys' relationships with each other, and it's more of, I guess it could even be three people. So there's this idea. It's called the Mastermind effect. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of it. Basically, it's I think I even brought up the definition. Yeah, here we go. So it's mastermind groups are peer-to-peer mentoring groups whose purpose is to help each individual member solve his or her problems with input and advice from other group members. Do you feel like that's what you guys have created? It's almost that you guys helped each other so much at the beginning, and you guys have that relationship, whether that be over text or physically, that you guys have actually helped each other maybe hit levels that you didn't think you would have if you guys never met each other.
Definitely. And him and I, even Joe, we all talked through our highs and lows kind of with each other.
Mm-hmm.
When he was going through all of his stuff and transfer and everything, I was talking to him, and I was going through my stuff. He was one of the first to hit me up.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, I've talked to, pretty much every day about everything. But I think it's huge, having a support group that's going to be there to kind of elevate you to the next level or help you with decisions to get to that next level. I think it's huge because a lot of, we're 20-year-old kids.
Yeah,
you're not going to make these lifetime decisions on your own. And it's always good to have kind of an extra pair of eyes and ears out there to help you with these decisions.
Yeah.
And that's why, people that have gone through similar stuff as me, that's kind of why I surround myself with people like that, because they know what it takes and what I've been through, and they can kind of help me with decisions like that.
Yeah.
I think it kind of goes back to what I said earlier. I don't know if it's necessarily ever been a word or a phrase that we've said that's motivated. I think it's just our actions. Again, we're all we all want to be the best at what we are, whether that's football or school, whatever it is. So I think it's just naturally seeing, like, if I'm slacking off, but then I see, like, these two or any of our other buddies, like, doing what I need to be doing, it's like, oh, okay, it, like, clicks again. And it's just like it's a reminder when you surround yourself by people with the same goals and the same mindset that it's just like the moment you get off track, like, you're immediately reminded by them that, like, oh, okay, I gotta, like, do this again. Like, I gotta do this better, whatever it is.
Yeah. No, 100%.
We all had the same goals growing up, and I feel like we kind of bonded over that without even saying anything, because we all knew that, like, we can't be doing things that are going to get us in trouble. We can't be posting stuff on social media. I remember in 8th grade, we were getting that talk from our coaches, and 2 of our coaches were Carson and Cole's dad, and, you know, I feel like going to the same goal, we, you know, in some ways we did all accomplish that. We all kind of understand how it is, so we don't really have to talk to each other to understand what each other's going through and kind of just support each other.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost kind of like gets to a point where it's like a family relationship.
Yeah.
Like, even my closest of friends, like, you don't have to talk, like, every day. And like he said, like Carson said, it's like you just can hit each other up on just some random day, and it's like nothing, you know, nothing
Never
ever.
skip a beat.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so we're gonna get into something a little lighter, and it's a new segment. Okay, so I got a couple different segments that I spread around here.
Okay.
I actually got the idea. Do you guys watch Caleb Presley at all?
Yeah, the Sunday
Yeah,
conversation.
the Sunday Conversations guy. No, I think he's really funny. But anyway, so this is a segment called Fake or Real, and I want all your guys' answers on each. We don't have to go in any certain order. Okay, and I just got a handful. Okay, so we're gonna go with UFOs.
Real.
What do we think? You
Real.
really think they're real?
Real.
Okay. Cole?
I definitely think they're real, and I do think there's. I don't know if you have aliens on there. I think aliens are real too.
That's the next one.
Okay, I won't take that one, but I'll get into that later. But
So no on the UFOs or yes?
so UFOs.
How do we even
No,
know?
okay, so could like someone like a U.S. ship that we like public doesn't know about be considered a UFO, or
Yeah,
does it have to be something from?
unidentified foreign object.
Unidentified
It's something that you just don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
So I mean, no, I think there's outer space ones too. So I think, yeah, they were right.
Yeah,
No, they were
We're
real.
going real technical. All right, so the next one, I guess we're staying in space. Life on Mars within the next 20 years. You think Elon Musk has the brains to get us there, or what? Joe?
Joe.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, come on.
Did you answer the UFO?
Hell yeah, I think so, but I mean, yeah.
I was gonna say, you skipped.
I mean, maybe they don't look like, you know, like saucers or whatever, but still, yeah, I think
There's
there's
something.
yeah, but life on Mars, maybe, I don't know, man. I mean, technology's improving like crazy, so maybe not in 20 years, but maybe a little longer.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I believe you. I would say, like, as far as like aliens go, I don't know if there's like actually like walking aliens. I mean, you gotta know that there's definitely something out there.
The universe is so big.
So big.
So
Yeah,
big.
we're
There's no
just a
chance
blip.
it's just us.
Yeah, you
there's
gotta be
no
drunk.
chance.
But like, do you think that maybe it could be just like an organism, right? It could be a plant. That could be an
Yeah.
alien.
Okay.
You know what I'm
But-
saying?
There's aliens.
really-
dude.
Yeah.
There's 9-foot slimy, creepy
Slimy.
There's another
Coles
Cole out there. There's definitely another Cole out there.
When they find us, we might be fucked because
I think aliens
Independence
are real too.
Day or whatever that means.
All right. Okay, so Jake Paul signing with the Browns. Did you guys see that on Twitter at all?
Yes.
No shot.
Yeah, I did.
Wait,
It's all PR stunts. There's
That's
no
what
shot.
I can't. I'm like 50-50 because
Did
I
you
just
watch
think
the
it
whole
has to be
video,
a
though?
stunt. Huh?
Did you watch the whole video though on it?
Of like him like FaceTiming the coach.
Yeah,
right?
but then there was another one they did a press conference,
Mm-mm.
and his position is he's like a social media assistant. So they played it up that he was like signing with them.
Gotcha. Okay.
I apologize for ruining the question, but
No, you don't have
but-
to. I wanted to know the story because I didn't. All I watched was that first video that we
I
just
think
talked
it
about.
was Michael Irvin's talking about the same. No, maybe it wasn't Michael Irvin. It was one of their old receivers that's talking about the same thing coming back with the Cowboys.
Terrell Owens.
Terrell Owens. That's
is
who
it?
it is. Yeah,
That
yeah.
one's not surprising though.
Yeah, he's 49, dude.
Another.
Shot.
That's an
Really?
example of
According
like,
to his agent, he's like talked to the Cowboys and multiple
Yeah.
other teams about returning.
I think it's all PR stunts. There's no way.
Well, that dude probably is having an identity crisis.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
But it's an example of it. But yeah.
No, 100%. Okay, here we go. Tom Brady retiring after this year.
Nope.
I don't think so.
I think he does.
He's
You think
fifth
he
in the
does?
league.
I think he does.
He's not
Dude.
going out playing this shitty.
He's going to the
Yeah.
Jets.
He should be. Did you see that he's actually supposed to go to the Raiders before?
Yeah, him and
Bucks?
Gronk were, is what Dana White said.
And then
Oh,
he
shit.
didn't. And then, what's his name? The coach for the Raiders at the time.
Gruden?
Yeah, I guess he just kind of like blew him off or something. And so that's when he was talking about Derek Carr. He's like, you're gonna stick with that guy?
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
But at the
thing
time,
like
people didn't-
LeBron's thingy that he was talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, but people didn't know at that time what he was talking about.
Mhm.
So it was like really weird. Okay, this
I'm
is.
a big YouTube guy, so I like know all this.
Okay.
Yeah, this is all you.
I can
Yeah.
already tell we're on a vibe because it's just like we're both into YouTube pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last one is kind of a tricky one, and I've went back and forth on it. Is the NFL rigged to drive revenue and ratings?
I've seen something like this.
So there's sports betting at college too. So we had there was a Arkansas game this year. We were favored. We should have been favored by 100. We were favored by 3.5. We've been scoring 40, 50 points every game. We go and scored 13 points against Arkansas. And it was 10-13.
Mm-hmm.
It was the most bet on, like, college football, like, biggest bet, because like it was 3.5, and we were easily favored. We were a great team at that point. We were hot and everything. And we won by 3, and everyone bet on us covering the spread at 3.5.
They just
And
beat
we-
Alabama the week before.
We just beat Alabama, and we go score 10-13. I can swear on my life that it was not rigged at all.
Yeah.
Like, there was nothing in the locker room that was like, you guys need to not score.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know about NFL. There's a chance that's rigged, but college definitely is not rigged.
I just think it's hard, man, because it's like, 'cause you can like pay the refs or whatever, but they can only affect the game like so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In order to get 53 guys on every single team, and with how many dudes like go in and out of the NFL every year, and there to never be one guy
That's what
that
I'm
says
saying.
like it's rigged. I could see it maybe like with kickers, because it's like it's a game like some guy comes up and is like, hey, dude, if there's a game-winning kick, here's $100,000, miss it. Like I can see that, but like. I think in order to rig it, there'd have to be so much to happen that there's no chance. Like I said, like with all the practice squad, all those guys that come in and out there's hundreds and thousands of dudes that go through every year. There's no chance.
I feel like people would be watching for that too. There's millions of eyes that would be like, I don't know, you can find the craziest stats that people find, and you're like, how did they find that? So I feel like people would catch on
Yeah.
really quick.
So I'm getting a conglomerate no right now.
I'm thinking,
Yeah.
Okay.
It does seem like it though, with all the sports betting, like the crazy stuff that I see that happens. I'm like, how does that happen? But like, I don't know. Same with our thing. It was the most bet on like college football, like biggest bet. And we didn't cover the spread. And
Vegas
wouldn't
knows,
rig in our
man.
locker
Vegas
room.
knows. I don't know.
Vegas knows.
I don't know.
knows.
I've
They
never
know it's
understood
good.
either.
they know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, how can they focus that spread number, and how do they know like
It's
the
impressive.
over and under number so like accurately, where it's like,
It's just a few off every time, it seems like.
yeah, like
Perfect,
just the other
perfect.
night with Green Bay, it was like they went all the way down, tried all the way down to the 1 yard line,
Mhm.
and he like tripped right at the 1 yard line, or didn't make it in.
Yeah.
I can't remember I had him on my fantasy team, but I can't remember. Aaron Jones. Yeah. And so like Aaron Rodgers handed it off to him, and he fell on the 1, and that was the over or under. If he would have scored that touchdown, it would have been over. But then they just took a knee, and the game was over, and they won.
It's
It's
crazy, man.
interesting.
I was like, I don't understand Vegas these days.
Vegas is crazy.
Oh yeah. Have you ever been?
When I was younger, not since
But not since you
turned 21. No,
When do you turn 21?
I turned 21 in October.
Relatively soon.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, Joe. I gotta ask you about your weightlifting journey. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna get into that. All right.
Yeah, this guy went out and got
He
freaking
got
buff
jacked.
on all
He
those.
did,
Yeah.
dude.
Jacked.
But like I had a time where I was like going to the gym, probably for about 7-8 months, and I gained like 10 pounds, which is big for me because I'm not a big guy. But I was like, dang, like this is crazy. But I was also drinking like protein, eating eggs every day, and PB&J sandwiches. What is your diet like? Okay.
Dude, he does not have a
every
good
night?
diet. Don't tell anyone you do.
No.
He's got the worst
You don't have a
diet.
good
I eat fucking creatine and granola bars, dude. That's how I don't know. You know,
It's metabolism.
It's
like hard, right?
you're the second person to kind of ask me about it recently. It's like I don't eat anything crazy. I don't eat like calories like
Creatine and granola bars.
for real. No, my grandma. No. My grandma asked me today. She says, "Do all you eat is just granola bars?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Like, what's
She should have
wrong?
bought you a big box for Christmas. That's her gift.
Dude, there's always a giant stack of like Quaker's Chewy granola
Yeah.
bars. I grabbed.
Yeah.
I ate 6 before I came here.
You just eat just like normal. Like you'll go like if you like you'll just go get like Chick-fil-A
But
if you want it.
But like, okay, so like I just like kind of quit eating as much. Like my urge to eat, I just that kind of cut down recently, and like
Yeah.
I just eat maybe like lunch and dinner. I rarely eat 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like no like those Grand Valley granola crusty ass ones. Like you
No.
never eat any of those.
No.
Just those
I mean, bagels,
Quakers.
with some ham and cheese slices on it. It's fire.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. It's,
I eat a lot of those too. So
Did you say you
I
put
don't
ham
mind.
and cheese on granola bars?
and a bagel.
Oh,
That would
okay.
sound
I thought
good.
you said
No, that sounds good. Okay, so bagel toasted, cinnamon bagel toasted,
granola.
cheese, ham, mayo. Now a granola bar.
No, I'll just stick with chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I thought you meant like you like just wrapped the cheese and ham like around a granola bar. I heard that completely wrong.
No,
sorry.
no. Very good.
All right, sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna flip the script on this again, and this one's coming at you, Cole. I'm gonna see if this sounds familiar to you. Okay, so Marco Wilson gets hit with an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, giving LSU a first down. After he throws just shoot 20 yards down the field, this ended up being the catalyst for you guys to win. Am I correct?
Yeah, that rings a bell, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the ending score was 37-34. Was there like a moment where you're like, where the fuck's my shoe? Or was there like a moment where you're like what just happened? You know what I mean? Were you
Yeah,
like taken
so-
back, or were you even paying
Yeah,
attention?
no, I'll walk you through the play. So, it was like 3rd and 15 or something. You said what it was or whatever, but I was just running, like I was chipping because we had a new left tackle in, so I chipped, ran to the flat, just had a little flat route, and I was like, there's no shot this ball's coming to me. It's 3rd and 15. And I see him throw it. I'm like, why are you throwing this, bro? Come on, it's there. Like, I'm not gonna make it. Whatever. I catch it. I catch it. I turn. This guy's coming at me. Marco Wilson. He's coming at me. I'm like, I'm gonna try to hurdle him.
Yeah.
I didn't fully commit, so I got about this high off the ground. And then some other guy came in and hit me like on the side, and I kind of spun, and then he ended up grabbing my shoe, throwing it. I had no clue like what had happened. I got up. And like I put my foot down and I was like, oh, this ground's cold. And I was like, oh shit, I don't know where my shoe is.
Yeah.
And then next thing I know, some little managers like within 5 seconds handed me my shoe. And I'm like, how did you get that so quick?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And then all the flags come in or whatever, and they're like 15-yard penalty, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Like that's fine. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, like Florida's coach, like they're at the press conference like after the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh no, I guess it was a foul.
Yeah. Nah.
He was all like, pissed off. I was like,
Yeah, no, that was tough. They had a chance to go so they were going to go to the SEC championship and play, I think, Georgia. And if they won that, they were going to go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So losing that game kind of ruined their season, kind of like Texas A&M did to us this year. But that kind of ruined their season. But yeah, no, that was cool because we did end up finishing that drive and hit a 57-yard field goal. Cade York, who's with the Browns now, best kicker I've ever been near, besides Joe.
No, you said.
Besides Joe. Sorry, Joe.
No, you're fine. He's in the
He's with the
NFL.
Browns. Yeah.
Right.
No, and going back to what Joe said, having a good kicker is huge. Like that was, we wouldn't have won that game without him. Like everyone said this because we got the first down or whatever. He had a 57-yarder in the fog.
Yeah.
Couldn't even see the goalpost, and I was on the field goal team. I actually missed my block on the left side. I was the wing, and I was the back side. So like front side, everyone always rushes the front side.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm sure this was their game plan. Like if they needed to block a field goal, was to rush a backside. So I'm just like chilling, or whatever. Like the ball snap, this guy comes flying off the edge, and I'm like, oh my god! Like I tried to put my hands on, I totally whiffed. he ended up, luckily he slipped, so he didn't get to it, but if he didn't slip, he would have got to it, and I would have just looked like an idiot. Yeah. It would have been bad, but no, that was fun. It all worked out. And
I would have loved to hear Ed Ogeron yell at you.
Oh, I got a couple of those. Don't worry about that. No, but it was good. That was a fun game. That was a fun season. We ended up winning 2 in a row at the end, and I started both of those games, so it was really fun.
Yeah. You said something that kind of like sparked I guess a question, like as far as I don't know if they're cracking down on it as much, because I definitely watch a lot more NFL than I do college. I think there's a lot of people that probably watch a little bit of both and everything. The way tackles are in the NFL now and how they have to avoid the quarterback. What are your thoughts on? I want to know everybody's thoughts. So Joe, I'm gonna let you go. Let me know what you think about that.
I think it's pussy. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I saw this.
That's one way to put it.
There's this Baker Mayfield roughing the passer the other day, and he didn't even get put on the ground, man.
Yeah.
I took bigger hits in freaking middle school football playing quarterback than these NFL quarterbacks are taking. And there was no flag for me.
Yeah.
But, but they're getting paid millions.
What is going on?
I don't know. That's my.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because, especially now with how many running quarterbacks are in the NFL, because they went away from hitting the quarterback because all these dudes are sitting in the pocket and just throwing, and they had the arm and everything, and they didn't want them to get hurt. But now they're all taking off, and it's these DNs are coming off, and they can't dive at them or make any sort of play because they're gonna get a roughing the passer, but then the quarterbacks take off for 20 yards down the field. It's tough for DNs. I pity them. That sucks because they got to be so soft with those quarterbacks. Yeah. And it has been a joke for a while, and nothing's been fixed.
Yeah, and to your point, there's 5 dudes in the NFL now that stay in the pocket.
Yeah.
The majority of the time. Brady, Burrow, but even Burrow, he has he can still run. So I don't know, and I think it's hard, even as an offensive lineman, because it's rewarding for a defensive lineman to beat your block and then get a sack. But now you're almost you almost feel good about yourself. You're we got 15 yards from this. It's such a weird thing because it's
just because of me.
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
Psychology.
It's your mess up turned into a complete positive, and so it's just I think it's just so hard knowing how fast you go every single play, trying to slow up to where you just don't land on him. It's impossible.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
You still get your ass chewed in film if you whiff and they.
Oh yeah. Okay. But deep down, you're we still got that 15 yards of it.
All right. Let's see here. I came across a tweet. Robert Griffin.
RG3?
RG3. He tweeted the NFL MVP shouldn't just be a QB award. The discussion revolves around the best QBs on the best teams, but when you guys are having a special year like Justin Jefferson and Nick Bosa, they have earned the right to be in the conversation. I want to know your guys' thoughts on that.
Yeah, it's tough. Because, I mean, you think about teams that do have bad quarterbacks, and they're not doing good. And then you think about teams that are good quarterbacks, and they're doing really good. So it's is it the quarterback, or is it just, the team? But, guys like Justin Jefferson and Nick Bosa, those guys are freaks, but they're not going to get the same attention because they don't have the ball in their hands every play like a quarterback does,
You can only do so much gritting,
Yeah, no, but that's the thing is the quarterback does touch the ball every play.
Yeah.
So it's he touched the ball 80 snaps when Justin Jefferson had 9. He touched the ball 9 times, but made a lot bigger plays. But who are you gonna give it to? The guy that had it 80 snaps and controlled the whole game, or the guy that caught 8 balls?
Yeah.
So it is hard, but they deserve more recognition. That's why college is cool because there's so many different awards, like Blitnikoffs for the wide receiver, Mackey Awards for the tight end, and then they got the Thorpe Award for defense.
Outland's the O-lineman.
Outland's the O-lineman. The O-lineman trophy's cool. That's
the Joe Moore Award. Yep. Yeah.
That one's cool.
That's the whole unit. So Michigan's went last year, so
awesome.
They're ranked the best O-line as a whole, and so they it's a pretty cool thing. But I think it's tough because he said Justin Jefferson, if you go back to the Bills game, that one-handed catch, if he did if they didn't have him, there's no chance they're winning that game. So there are those certain circumstances where if you don't have him, like, you're not winning as many games as you have. But, like, that's so far few and in between that, like, again, like, Kirk Cousins threw 430 yards in the second half against the Colts a couple weeks ago. To come back down from, like, 33-0. Like,
Those are his greatest comeback in history.
Yeah, there's just not like anybody other than a quarterback that can do that, because like Cole said, like, they're touching it every single play.
Yeah.
So
That is true.
Should they make like a separate award, kind of like college then?
I think they should. I think it honestly, like, the way the NFL's gone, because like even college with the Heisman, it's like pretty much just quarterbacks winning for the most part. So like maybe do like a best quarterback award, and then like everything else.
Yeah.
Then it's like most valuable non-quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then is that like an asterisk next to it where it's like most valuable non-quarterback?
Yeah,
that's
that's fair.
I don't know. It's tough, but what does the NFL have? Just offensive player, defensive player, rookies.
And then there's like comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah, they definitely need some more awards.
Yeah.
Are they changing, as far as how many teams get in the playoffs, aren't they changing the number of teams next year in college football?
Mm-hmm.
What is it now?
Next year,
I think it's 2024, and it's from 4 to 12.
Yep.
4 to 12.
It's gonna be like the SEC championship.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it'll be good though, cause like there are teams. I mean, you see, anyone can beat anyone.
Yeah.
Especially in college football. I mean, you get your powerhouses every once in a while, who like nobody can beat, but you can definitely. College football's definitely more open for the taking than it is than 4 teams.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like TCU. How they're in the college football playoffs, but they lost to Kansas State. Kansas State lost to Tulane. Like,
It gets in those iffy moments where it's like, how do you even...
You need more teams to really justify
Yeah.
who's the best, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, go for it. I don't want to...
I don't even remember what I was going to say, to be honest with you.
That's like me all the time. But.
Yep.
All right, so
CTE, man.
we're going to hit the other segment that I got, okay? So it's a nice little kind of halftime game here. So this is fan or not a fan, and the first one is Twitter. Do you guys get on Twitter a lot?
Yeah.
Active?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very active. I don't like tweet. I just like retweet and like dumbass
I'm
shit.
the same
but
thing, yeah.
Yeah. I would say fan. Just
Okay.
because, especially, like, I don't know, a lot of people who aren't super involved in college football don't really know this, but, like, that's where pretty much every high school and transfer and JUCO gets recruited.
Yeah.
Is through Twitter. Like, that's...
Really?
Yeah, so I went in the transfer portal and I had, however many coaches hit me up all through Twitter, which is interesting because, like, it's not through, like, it used to be, you talk to your high school coaches, they talk to whoever you work out with. That's not how it is anymore. It's all through Twitter now.
Yeah, because like Josh Allen, like he had like reach out via email to like every single, even all the low Division I schools to get a play at Wyoming.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So that is crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah, like I still have like 50 messages that are like in my like requests from when I was in the portal.
Oh,
That are
really?
Just, like, yeah. That are just like, it's so, like he said, like immediately when I entered the portal, I think within the first 5 minutes there was like 3 coaches that followed me.
How do they find you?
Wow.
It was explained to me like most schools have like a database, and it's like refreshed every 30 seconds or whatever with people that go into the portal. And it's like categorized through like position, conference, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So
That is weird. All right. The next one is Russell Wilson. Fan, not fan.
He's a Broncos fan, so...
We'll start with you.
I mean, I'm a Titans fan before Broncos fan.
Okay.
But
Fair enough.
I am a big Broncos fan. Dude, I want to like him. He's just so corny, man.
Yeah.
Like, he's
So
just
corny.
like I told like the other day, like someone came out like talking about how he like never wore a wristband in Seattle, and then all of a sudden the next day his press conference for the Broncos, he's wearing a wristband like during the press conference, almost like show that he's wearing it. Like it's just like.
Oh my god.
And I know his sister really well because she was dating one of my friends. And
Russell Wilson's
sister, yes, she played at Stanford
shit.
with one of the girls that went to my high school, and
She
so like
hot?
she came back. I'm not giving an answer on that.
Why
I have
not?
a
Is she
girlfriend.
hot? Oh, you have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's not hot.
But no, she's not.
If you didn't.
She's pretty.
No, I didn't find her.
Joe,
attractive.
you look her. You can get a girlfriend.
But,
you look her up and tell us if she's hot or not.
But
Okay.
she like things she said about him, like he's a very different person off camera.
Like,
just
is
like
it
the
normal
statement-
or like...
No, very normal. Like very normal, and like even like he's just very different. It's almost like he's just like playing a character.
No, that's the thing.
Well, the way he
is-
talked. change too.
Yeah. But that's the thing is these guys, you can't be normal nowadays. Like, if
Yeah.
you're normal, middle of the road, dead average dude, you're not gonna get any publicity. Like, even UFC, for example, like Paddy the Baddy, that dude's an average fighter, but he's getting so much publicity because he's off the outside the ring, he's a character.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is these dudes are all doing it for publicity, followers. Like, you're not gonna follow someone who's just very average.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna follow someone who's a character who's posting funny stuff, doing weird stuff. Like, that's just kind of how it is nowadays. No, she's not hot.
No.
Yeah. All right. There's your answer.
You know, you brought up a good thing that I didn't even think about because in the UFC, because I'm kind of a UFC fan. I don't know a lot of the fighters, but I know like the bigger fighters, and I watch some of it.
Yeah.
So, the Sean O'Malley fight, they said that one was. I mean, I watched it. It was fairly close, and they said that he probably should have lost that. And the same thing kind of happened 4 weeks later. Was it 4 weeks later? I don't know. My time might be off. Yeah, with Paddy.
Yeah, he got his ass kicked and he still won.
So, I mean, that's the same thing with boxing back in the day. Floyd Mayweather didn't actually win every fight. Like, there are fights that he just won.
Well, you gotta keep the top dogs the top dogs.
Yeah.
Like, it's just how it
That's
is.
the publicity.
So, I mean, could you
first.
guys even name who Paddy the Baddy fought?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
And
are you
it's
gonna
like
let him
now,
win,
like-
or are you gonna let Paddy the Baddy win when it's close?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like based off the last 8 years. Should Conor McGregor be like the main event fight every time now, based off of how he's fought?
Yeah.
No, but
But he is.
because of who he is,
Yeah,
like,
that's
and
true.
what he used to do. Like he's
Everybody will watch.
everybody will watch it. Everybody will pay $100 for the pay per view, like
Yeah,
no
I
matter
agree.
what.
I agree. Okay, so fan or not a fan? I also forgot to ask you, Cole, did they ever make a meme of the whole shoe thing with you?
Yeah, there were a bunch. There were some good ones.
Because I didn't
I'm not gonna
even...
lie.
You missed him?
Yeah, I didn't even come across any of them, but like I guess I could have looked some up before this, but I never...
No, there were some good ones. What was the thing that was going on with, like, it would, like, fly?
Yeah, so you throw the shoe and it would just keep flying.
Yeah, there was one of those.
Yeah, that was
good, actually.
That was my favorite. It was cool though. Seeing him as a meme, like
Yeah.
I think I retweeted every one of them because I was just like, "That's my buddy."
I'm gonna have to.
No, I'll
look
send
into
you
that.
some.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
good.
no
It's
shit.
good.
Last night. Oh, sorry.
My bad. No, you're up. I've talked a lot.
We had some guy come in the restaurant. He was wearing an LSU Tigers shirt, football shirt, and I was telling him about Kole, and they didn't catch on. And I said, "You know the guy that got his shoe thrown? Oh,
That guy.
yeah, him."
There was just one recently that came out about how they've been cursed ever since that game happened or whatever.
I saw that.
It was like I can't even find it, but they've been like 4-11 or something since that happened, or it's
A
funny.
shoe curse.
I saw a lot of verifieds in those DMs, huh? Look at you, big guy.
Bro.
NIL's doing him right.
He's over there. Okay, let's see here. So, okay, I have to make sure to get an answer from you guys. So, memes, are you a fan? You're not a fan?
Memes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Okay.
Big fan.
You a big fan?
I fucking love memes.
I love memes.
No, if you hate memes, there's something wrong with
Yeah,
you.
you're a sad human. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You're miserable.
I'm sorry for all the fans out there that don't like memes.
You're a meme.
Yeah, you're a sad meme.
Yeah. Alright, next one's Elon Musk. Are we a fan or are we not a fan?
Joe?
Man, I knew you were gonna.
Joe's all into the politics and stuff about it.
I try to back off from it, but I mean, like, to me, if he's
Just as a
buying,
person.
if he's, oh yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, yeah, he's a great guy. I mean, look, forget all the Twitter stuff,
Yeah.
SpaceX, Tesla.
know.
I mean, I was driving home one night. What's it, the satellite chain?
Yeah.
I thought I saw an alien spaceship. But
Starlink.
yeah, I mean, all that's super cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think you don't have to like him, but I mean, he's pretty freaking cool.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan. He does some cool stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know much about all of his stuff, but like stuff I see is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Big fan. Anybody that's worth $200 billion, I can get behind.
Yeah.
No, just the way like how he went about everything, like just coming up from not much and everything. Like
Yeah.
that's I love those stories. That's cool.
And I love how he personally responds to everybody on Twitter that shits on
He's
him. I
funny.
very much
so
enjoy
funny.
that. Yeah.
He's funny.
He
Yeah.
is really funny. He just trolls a lot, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He does.
I've enjoyed what he's done with Twitter. I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
Did
I
he
can't
actually
tell
step
you.
down?
No,
I don't know.
He's not gonna spend $40-some billion to just step
He
down.
was trolling.
Yeah,
That's
to
good.
step down
I
because some
think-
Karens don't want him on there.
It's like more or less is I think he keeps putting up those polls to like figure out bots or bot count
Could be.
on
Yeah.
Twitter.
He's
So
so
what it is.
Yeah.
So there's some pretty interesting stories of how he's went about trying to do so, and you know, a couple of them being tweeting something absurd. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is: are you a fan of your own shoe yeeted 20 yards downfield?
I guess. It's annoying because that's all that I get asked about.
Yeah.
I like talking about it. It's a cool story to bring up and everything. So yeah, I guess a fan. I mean, yeah.
You're like,
I gained a good bit of followers from it too, so I guess a fan.
Okay. The next one is: are we a fan of 50-yard field goal attempts
Oh.
in crucial situations?
Fuck yeah.
Well, what's it down in distance?
Wait, 50 yards? Do you mean from the 50?
From the 50.
Oh, so that,
That's
Oh, well, no, that would be 60. No,
So
from
50
the
yard
40.
field goal
It'd be
attempt,
from the
okay.
40. Yeah, sorry.
yeah.
Down in distance. So like that's in that in between range where like down in
Mhm.
distance matters a lot too.
Especially if the other team gets the ball with 10
Yeah.
minutes left or a minute.
Yeah, and like time of the game too. Like if it's
Yeah.
like first half, like yeah, whatever. But it,
Fuck yeah, let's just do it all the time.
Joe loves it. Joe wants to kick it.
So you're a fan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
Big fan.
Hey, man. I like that. I like that a lot.
If you got a good kicker, I'm a fan.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you got Joe Carroll, I'm a fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe Carroll
Hey.
or like Buck or...
I'm a free agent. I got 2 years of eligibility. I like kicking 50-yard field goals. You know, good grades. Can transfer anywhere.
This is your guy.
It's your guy.
All right. 8th place trophies.
Nick Saban reaches out after this. Okay.
So your podcast.
I saw your podcast.
50-yard field goals, right?
You're the guy.
Yeah. I can do that. 8th place.
8th place trophies.
Wow.
Fan or
Not
not
a
a fan?
fan.
What's 8th place trophy?
Like
Just an 8th place
participation.
trophy.
He doesn't know because he was getting first.
Yeah, it's something that we don't really know about. It
Oh.
kind of happened after our generation.
Yeah, no, dude.
No, fuck that shit.
Awarding everybody.
Yeah, no, dude. I think it's just par for the course with what like this new generation. Is
Yeah.
like it's everybody is just softer and
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of grew up knowing you learn from your failures. If you're
Yeah.
getting a trophy for not doing good, and that's not a failure. Like you're not learning from anything. You're gonna think that that's kind of your expectations. And if your expectations set at 8th place, then
That's low.
you're kind of
man.
doomed from there.
Yeah. No, I'd probably say the same. I think people are kind of getting a little softer now. But here we are. Okay, so we're kind of wrapping it up here, unless you guys have something else that you want to add. But I do have a few more questions, and I want to talk about the NFL playoff picture. Okay, if that's all right with you guys. So we'll start with you, Joe. Other activities you are really good at that you don't get to play often, but when you do, it's a lock.
Oh,
Not like things I'm just good at.
Yeah, like an activity, like maybe pong.
Got it.
Or maybe
Oh, man.
pool, cornhole.
I get a shot of water because I'm not 21 yet. You put me on the line with the
Just a
pong
shot of
shot.
Really?
Yeah,
It's a lock.
yeah. Got that. I got ice water in my veins.
We might have to test that one out.
That's cool.
yeah.
that's cool. It's kind of weird that water does that for you.
Yeah, hydrates me.
you gotta be hydrated before you can grip up in a shot. Staring contest.
Really?
That's a lock for me. I swear I will not lose a staring
I've seen it.
contest.
He's pretty
I've
good
seen
at
it.
staring
It's
contests.
all
I've seen
mental.
it.
It's
Yeah.
all mental.
Yeah,
if
you're
you
a
get
no
over
thinker.
the fact that your eyes burn and are watering, it's mental.
Okay, but like,
If you get over the fact that your eyes just don't work anymore, it's pretty.
It's a lock, bro. I'm telling you,
Okay.
it is a lock.
Okay, I believe you.
got in a pretty long staring contest one time.
Yeah, we were in. We
Screw
were in a
class.
I
90
came out-
minutes.
I came out victorious.
Yeah, I folded.
Yeah.
90 minutes.
I'm not
we
kidding
missed our
you.
next class. Yeah, it was bad.
My eyes hurt. I have contacts.
It was. We weren't like staring. Like it wasn't eyes open staring contest. It was just like staring contest.
Oh, like who's gonna look away? From
Yeah.
We actually got a crowd.
Yeah.
So like the teacher was teaching, and then like people kind of like, nah, fuck you. Like, I don't want to watch this go down.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Got a
Alright.
lock.
Probably cornhole.
Really?
Oh.
You're mean on the cornhole, huh?
I'm pretty
It's not
mean on
cool.
the cornhole too.
Your luck is not pool. I
Dude,
got after
I
him
know.
twice today.
Dude, he kicked my butt. I told him that I'm very hot or cold, and today he exposed me. Oh, I was, yeah.
I was gonna say maybe like on your off season, like with football and stuff, you could even try to get into professional cornhole because that's just real.
That'd be sweet.
NIL.
No,
That'd be sweet.
They have jerseys and shit, like the
No,
whole
they're
9
not.
yards.
You should get into professional staring.
do they have those?
Probably.
I
They
need to
have-
get into one.
They have like arm wrest, like professional
That's
arm
true.
wrestling.
Slap.
You gotta have,
Yeah.
dude. That slapping stuff is intense.
I had a dream about that because isn't Dana White? Isn't
Yeah,
he
they're all
start-
like collabing with everything.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
He's starting
Yeah.
a slap competition. Like,
Yeah,
really?
he's
their
connected to
whole like
UFC
Instagram page now is like collaborated with
UFC?
the professional slap. I don't know what the professional slap. I don't know what it's league. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's
Like you gotta
intense.
go first. I feel
Could you
like
imagine your profession being getting slapped?
Dude, they
like-
go hard.
I know.
They have to wear stuff in their ears so they don't burst an eardrum.
Yeah.
Some matchups don't
No
even look
thanks.
fair.
Yeah.
It's just like a little guy.
I saw one the other day. There was a dude like my size versus a dude that was like 5'8",
They don't have
160.
weight classes.
They didn't
Fuck
look
that.
like it. Not in this one.
I don't think so. I don't know though.
This guy was this big burly dude. and
It's
this
got to
is
be
tiny.
regulated somehow.
Has
There's
to
no
be.
way.
Well, I think there's like 4 people that actually enjoy getting slapped, so there's not much to
That's probably
regulate.
true.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd pay like $60 for a pay-per-view just to watch people slap each other.
No, I'd definitely pay like
Maybe.
I'd pay some money to go to one of them though.
I'd go
In
to
person, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, I'd go to one.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I mean, I probably wouldn't participate in it. That's for sure.
I wouldn't
I don't
participate.
wanna
There's
get
not a
slapped
chance.
too.
There's
no
That's not my
chance.
thing, man. I'd rather take a punch probably.
Or like a fight.
Yeah.
How much would it cost for you to get in the ring with like Mike Tyson?
Oh, I mean, okay, hear me out. Probably not gonna win.
No,
But
you're not gonna
definitely not
win,
gonna
bro.
Never know.
I'm talking
Have you, seen
prime
the
Mike
video,
Tyson.
have you seen the videos of him even recently?
I don't
even
need him
Mike
now.
Tyson today.
Bro, okay.
No, I'm not talking now. I'm talking prime Mike Tyson. How much to get in a ring with him?
Just depends on how much like the fight is going for, I guess, because like if I can know
Bro, I'm
that is
asking you-
prime.
That's what he's saying. Like,
Mike
what do
Tyson.
they?
It's prime
what do they
Mike
have to
Tyson.
pay
How
you?
much do you have to get in?
Not that much.
I think you do it for like put a number
Would
on
you do
it.
it for like 20 grand?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Your medical bills are gonna cost 40x that.
Dude.
Your face is gonna be
You're gonna break your
shattered.
throat.
I last a round maybe. Okay. Oh.
No.
I last a round.
Nope.
I
You're
still
not
fought
lasting
Mike
around.
Tyson.
You're not lasting around, bro.
I put
maybe?
one punch on him.
You're
So
not
you're
putting a
basically
punch on him.
getting a 20 grand down payment for your medical bills,
Yeah.
and that's
Well,
about
it'll
it.
cover it.
Dude, nope. You're
Yeah.
gonna have your cheekbones are gonna be his fists. It's just gonna be.
Wait, a fist fight?
Yeah, it's boxing, but it's still
or-
like.
Bro, that's Mike Tyson. I would fight, yeah, because then like
20K?
yeah.
You're.
We need to get you in there. I think my minimum 100,000. I'd do it for 100K.
Dude,
I mean, if I really got offered like 25K right now, I'd probably do it.
that's what I'm saying.
But no, I'm not. I wouldn't do it.
I'm a college student.
Okay, but if they're
You see,
paying you to fight
I don't
Mike
get
Tyson,
NIL, bro. Okay.
if they're
don't get
paying
that
you to
nice
fight
one.
Mike
Hey.
Tyson, I would.
Here's some money for playing football.
Dude. A lot of money.
Really?
You're a big dude though. You got a solid chin.
I know
I'm
I've
a little
got.
skinnier. Me
Dude,
and
but,
Joe.
like, I've even like. I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan, so like I've like even on like TikTok, like he's posted videos of him very recently training.
Dude, he's nice. He's
Dude,
nice with
You don't
it.
lose it.
He
He's
hasn't
still
lost
he looks like he could still fight like to this day.
He's
like
nice.
just like, dude. I mean, maybe 50K, but I'll just like first punch go down. Like I'm not even gonna.
No, you
try
have to.
fight.
No,
Send
you
down the
have to.
fetal.
Yeah, just, oh my,
Yeah.
no. I mean, first punch, I will move to where he hits me in the jaw and knocks me out on purpose. Like I will not dodge his punch. I will go with his punch wherever he's going.
Guess what? You're getting paid.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here, but I want to get your guys'. This is the playoff picture as of today, so this is through week 16, I believe.
Yes.
It's not 17 yet. The Bills versus Philly. Okay, so let's just say they meet in the Super Bowl. Okay.
Mm.
Who do you got?
Dude.
Jalen Hurts is fully healthy
Mm-hmm.
because he was out this last week.
Yeah.
Yep, hurt my fantasy team.
Huh.
There goes my championship. Then.
Where's it played out this year? Nowhere cold, huh?
No.
Okay.
It's in a dome somewhere. Pretty sure.
Philly just they always come through it big time. Like,
Philly, dude.
They got the city behind them.
I think people want them to win, but I think a lot of the Bills Mafia want them to win too.
Bills Mafia is cool.
I'd love
They
to
need
see
a
the
Super
Bills
Bowl.
win. I'm a big, I love Josh Allen, but I think the Eagles' O-line is by far the best in the NFL. They've got awesome weapons, and their defense is, I think they're 9 sacks away from breaking the NFL all-time record for sacks in a season.
Cowboys just put 45 on them though.
Yeah.
I
What
think
do you think Josh Allen does?
I think it would come down to
Josh Allen doesn't have the weapons that
He's got Stephon.
He has Stephon Diggs, but he doesn't
Gabe
have
Davis,
CeeDee Lamb, Zeke, Tony
true.
Pollard,
Michael Gallup.
Michael Gallup. Yeah,
Hurts just has a lot of time in the pocket.
yeah,
Well,
and he can run too. He's like a running back.
I feel like it would just come down to can you contain Josh Allen? Because if he's motoring like how he does,
That dude, oh my, they're
Imagine
crazy with
tackling him.
He's a
6'5",
tank.
240.
he's a tank.
Dude, they
He's
run
a big
power.
boy.
They run power with him.
I know they do.
They just not even QB draw. They just straight up give him the ball
Power.
right down the A gap.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He's a beast.
He's a big
I don't know how long he's gonna play for just because of that. He takes so many hits, but whatever he's doing now is working. He's
Yeah.
good.